Okay, let's welcome back to the show Texas Representative Brian Babin. Congressman, it's great to see you. Okay, it looks like this political stunt it looks like it backfired into a PR disaster. What do you say about it?
It has absolutely turned into a PR disaster. They were invited up here. A fat cat paid their way up here. They look like they're living high. They're crying wolf about how put upon they are. They're runaway slaves of the Underground Railroad, etc. They didn't wear masks on this private aircraft, and now they're super spreading. They've given COVID. They've disobeyed their own rules. They've given COVID to the White House and to Ms. Pelosi's Speaker's office, and then they're derelict in their duty. They're deserters. They were elected by Texas constituents to go there in Austin, not Washington, D.C., and vote on all the important topics and issues of the day, and they have fled the state, which has absolutely prevented Texas legislation from being passed, and especially with a voter integrity bill where millions and millions of Americans were so concerned about irregularities and anomalies done in the name of COVID, illegally changed in these various states, and they won't even go there. They're derelict in their duty. It's horrible. They need to go back to Texas and fulfill their responsibilities to the great state of Texas.
Okay, Congressman, we hear you. There's serious stuff going on with the Delta variant and, cases on the rise in all 50 states. Senator Mitch McConnell is saying, listen, get vaccinated or you're going to risk another shutdown. Now, California and Nevada talking about mask mandates, even for vaccinated people indoors. Massachusetts, Louisiana, New Jersey. Also, there's talk there about restrictions again. So, the country, where do you think this is headed?
Well, let's certainly hope that it's not headed towards any lockdown. I don't think we need to see another lockdown. It would be an absolute disaster for our economy. And not only that, the Delta variant, we don't know that much about it just yet. We do know there is some ability to be able to pick that up even if you've been vaccinated. But listen, forcing people to be vaccinated with an experimental vaccine, I think, is absolutely wrong. We need to use common sense when you're in close proximity to people, especially unlike what the Democrats did on their jaunt up here from Texas into D.C. You need to wear a mask. And just be careful. Use common sense. I'm vaccinated myself. I'm a healthcare provider, and I think we just need to be very careful. I think with the vaccinations that we've had, we're probably, at a herd immunity level, at least approaching that, if not already there. And let's use common sense. The worst thing we can do is to lock down again, keep people home, keep kids out of school. It's bad for health. It can be worse than the Delta variant.
Yes, scientists, economists around the world say the lockdowns were botched and they weren't necessary. Right. Instead, you just needed to have common sense. You shut down large gatherings like concert halls, but you didn't have to shut down the local dry cleaner or the local guy who's fixing your shoes. This is a pandemic. The unvaccinated vaccines do save lives. There's growing pushback. The Los Angeles County Sheriff last week said he's not going to enforce a local mask mandate there. We see pushback in places like Nevada and the like. There's a lot of talk of HIPAA, a lot of talk of a misunderstanding of HIPAA. HIPAA only covers healthcare providers, saying healthcare providers can't give out information if you're vaccinated. But now, Congressman, we're hearing businesses are going to start asking for vaccine passports inside their place of businesses. What do you say to that?
I say that's absolutely wrong. Asking people to provide proof, like I said, it needs to be common sense. As I said, I'm vaccinated. Many people have been vaccinated. Quite frankly, I think that I actually am a member of the DOC caucus of the House of Representatives. We've done videos encouraging people to be vaccinated. But I think it's absolutely wrong in a free country to mandate vaccinations that have not been, accepted by the FDA other than as emergency vaccinations. And so I think that's absolutely wrong. You cannot do that and should not do that here in this country. Do I recommend the vaccinations? Right. Yes, I do, but it doesn't need to be given to children. It doesn't need to be given to young people. I think you need to use common sense. That's what has to happen.
Okay, yes, that's what has to happen. Congressman Brian Babin, it's great to have you back on. Don't be a stranger. Come back soon.